So more proof that Hollywood is just kind of out of ideas. Now, this isn't official, but just the fact that someone is saying, "Oh, this person would be a good choice," it kind of hints that they are doing this. Bill Hader would be a good choice as Buddy in an Elf remake, says the original film's casting director. Why would that even be brought up if it isn't going to happen? Why would you just sit there and just randomly think, Bill Hader would be really good as Buddy, unless it's going to happen? That's such a random thought to have and just a random, thought to bring up. You're sitting at the table and you're like, you know what? Bill Hader would be really good at Buddy. No, the only reason that would be brought up is if they're remaking it. And in which case, if they are, why? Why? What was a remake or a reboot is to fix problems that were with the original. Elf was a perfectly fine movie. 20 years old now? It was what, 2003, 2004, something like that? Why would you need to be thinking about rebooting or remaking something? You know, I don't get this mentality in Hollywood. Do they not want to create anything original anymore? Well, let me actually, no, when they do create original crap, that's what it is. Crap. Because the plot, or rather, it's the characters, and they make their characters, diverse or whatever, and then they base everything around that, and then the story isn't as good, and no one likes the characters because the whole point of them is, oh, I'm diverse, I'm this, I'm that. So when they have original ideas, they fail. They keep failing at these remakes. No one wants these remakes anymore. Everyone is tired of them. Pretty much every Disney remake has bombed. And yet Hollywood is just like, well, let's just keep making more of them. Let's rip Doctor Who from there for. Yeah. Oh, geez. They even tell you how it would feel to be about, how to feel about the 13th. Yeah. Says that he was a brilliant woman. I'm sorry. Jodie Whittaker, doctor. No, not a brilliant woman. Yeah. There's my doctor right there, Peter Capaldi. But yeah, they could say, "Oh, well, it's not official." Like I said, the fact that they even brought this up, so random that oh yeah, Bill Hader would be good as Buddy, kind of hints that they're doing it. And again, if they are, why? Let's see a raise of hands. Who's sick and tired of freaking remakes and reboots? Me. I am. I'm tired of reboots. I'm tired of reboots, remakes, live action adaptations. I'm tired of it. Hollywood is out of ideas completely. That's why they keep adding on to series. Why we have Saw X, and soon we're going to be up to Saw Double X, and then oh man, I can't wait for Saw Triple X. We've got what, Fast and Furious 25 at this point. Because we just can't have good movies. We got to keep remaking and adding on, and prequels and sequels and uh alternate universe storyline. It's just fucking ridiculous. It's just fucking ridiculous. Like, I wish we could just we should just go back to silent films. Just go back to silent films. Not a complicated plot. Train heists and falling in love and vampires, stuff like that. But Hollywood, they just I'm so tired of seeing it. I'm so tired of it. Elvis, yeah, probably one of my favorite. It doesn't need a reboot. Why can't we just make original content? Elf already got a remake in 2014, and it kind of sucked. How about don't do an Elf remake? Is this the new reality? Every movie 20 years old or more should be remade. Let's remake The Godfather next. No, I did not care for The Godfather. No, Elf was original, amazing. Yeah, exactly. It was an original idea. Don't remake that. No remakes on this one. Come up with another dang story. Oh man, I can't wait for the live action Nightmare Before Christmas. Or the, live action Corpse Bride, or one of other Tim Burton movies. Definitely no. Leave it as is. Perfect. You can't remake something that was already so special. Elf doesn't need a remake. I mean, you can pretty much see everyone it's no one wants an Elf remake. We do not need an Elf remake. Perfect. No, thank you. Stop remaking. Come on. Come on, man. No. Did Will die or something? Any Elf movie without Will is Garbo. It's like them trying to make a freaking Pirates of the Caribbean movie without Johnny Depp. Like Johnny Depp, the whole character of Jack Sparrow is Pirates of the Caribbean. Why a remake? Couldn't they just make a sequel or even a similar movie? Remakes are lame. He's getting old. Don't you dare. Why not just a sequel with Will Ferrell? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure everyone's curious what about, what everybody's favorite elf has been up to in the last 20 years. Why not just make a sequel? I'm sure Will Ferrell, despite being obviously older, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to sign on for an elf sequel. And if because he's obviously older, maybe some creative idea of, oh hey, why does he look so much older in the movies? Because obviously that would be brought up. It's like, well, if he's an elf and all that and shouldn't be aging. Movies like Elf don't need a remake. Yeah, just no one wants it. No one freaking wants it. No one. But here's a good question. If there is a movie that needs to be remade, that absolutely needs it because it failed the first time when it was released, maybe not enough hype, or it just bombed terribly and whatever. If you could think of a movie that does need to need to be remade, what would it be? Because all these movies that are getting remade, they don't need to be. You know, Again, it's like if, say, Back to the Future, which they said apparently it's never going to get remade. It's perfect the way it is. Um, but same thing with The Godfather. It's movie they're perfect the way they are. Um, Scarface. A lot of those older type movie, mob gangster type movies. Goodfellas. Those don't need remakes. Pulp Fiction. No. Pretty much anything Quentin Tarantino. I mean, most of that stuff, like Kill Bill, that doesn't need a remake. Both either of them, Kill Bill 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. From Dusk Till Dawn was really good. Obviously, Pulp Fiction doesn't need to be remade. Um, Trying to think of a movie that I've seen. Well, I think there's a new Godzilla movie coming out, and I was thinking like Godzilla 2000. I remember seeing that. I'm like, that's a lot of fish. No, I'm like, this movie sucks. Um, So I guess if they took the well, it's still stupid, but made Godzilla look more like Godzilla. But um uh I don't know. Trying to think of what movie I've seen. I'd be like, you know what? That movie really, really sucked. Um, I don't know. I mean, because well, personally for me, I most times I just it's the whole I just don't like remakes. The idea of just doing that. So even if there is a movie that could be remade, I don't think they could do it better this time around, especially if it was already a bad movie. Hmm. Because I'm thinking of remakes, like remaking remakes. Like that terrible Nightmare on Elm Street remake with Jackie Earl Haley. Jackie Earl Haley, amazing actor. That movie sucked. That version of Freddy, it's so bad. And I get that he was playing a more, you know, grounded, realistic, you know, not over the top and all that, but it was still so bad. The Friday the 13th movie was so freaking bad. But yeah, if you can think of a remake to do for a movie, what would it be? As for me right now, Elf, the fact that they just brought up saying, "Oh, Bill Hader would be perfect." No, please don't. Please don't. Just don't do it. Stop it. Get some help. But anyway, that's gonna do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.